Hey everybody, my name is Rachel Rabbit and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about my illness story. For those of you who don't know, when I was younger I was perfectly healthy. I was a perfectly healthy child, I was a perfectly healthy adolescent, I was active, I grew up to work jobs and didn't really have any indication that anything was wrong with me. I even went to school, actually, to Bible school in Australia, which was a big deal for me because I am scared of everything, and so traveling to Australia alone was crazy for me. When I came back from Australia, I got a job with a summer camp that did sports training, and it's a great organization. It's actually, I don't know if you can see, but it was very high stress for me, and a lot of that was because it was stress that I was putting on myself. I didn't know how to say no to things, and so people would give me tasks and I would accept them, not telling them that I didn't have, the time or the energy to do them, along with the other stuff that I was doing. I had one of the other people that I worked with tell me once that the reason people give me things to do is because they can trust me with them. They'll know that they'll get done. Which was, flattering, but it was, it was true. It was, I did everything that was given to me, and I just didn't, I did it at the cost of my own health and my own sanity, I suppose. I had that job for about 3 years, and I think maybe for a lot of that time, I eventually just ended up sort of running on adrenaline. I would have days where I would work all day and sometimes all night, and I would be, doing purchasing trips at 3 in the morning at Walmart, and so I pushed myself to be Superwoman. I wouldn't let people know that I needed help. I wouldn't let people know that I had too much on my plate to take on more tasks. I would just get things done. One day I had a conversation with my boss about whether or not I was coming back the next year, because most of their staff was seasonal since it was a summer camp. I worked year-round because I was in the office. But he sat down and asked me if I was coming back, and I told him no, that I wouldn't, because I had come to this point in my life where I wanted to, move on, I suppose, and, try something different for myself. And the very next day, I started to not be able to wake up with my alarm. It was like something, I don't know, like my body was relieved or something, like I knew that I didn't have to do it anymore. And it's not like it was short timer's attitude, because I worked hard to make sure that everything that I was in charge of, everything that I handled, was prepped for when I left. I made sure that as much as possible they wouldn't have to contact me, not because I didn't want them to contact me, but just because, for their convenience, that you would be able to put someone in to replace me and they would know exactly what to do. And it had been my plan to get a job right after that in a different field so that I could, start saving money and do something with my life. And it just never happened, because I just got more tired, and I was depressed, and everything just got worse and worse. Once I hit my sort of rock bottom point, I guess, I ended up going to see a therapist who helped me with a lot of the emotional and psychological things that I was dealing with my depression and my anxiety. And after a while, she was able to determine that whatever was wrong with me, why I was so tired all the time, was not psychological or emotional. It was something else. So I have seen all kinds of doctors. I have taken all kinds of tests. I'm on all kinds of meds. And no one has been able to figure out what's wrong with me. But there must be something wrong with me, because I'm not choosing to live this way. I not infrequently have to explain to people how I know I'm not just lazy. I've always had things in my life that I've wanted to do that require work and commitment, and I still have goals like that, but it's hard enough to get out of bed in the morning, much less, you know, actually hold a job. And I feel like it must be, you know, boring or annoying to hear me say these things if you've heard me say them before, but this is my life. This is my everyday. So what's next for me health-wise? I will see more doctors, I will have more tests, and hopefully one day I will get an answer, and hopefully a cure. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you. If you are new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below if you want to follow along with my journey. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and thank you for listening.